It's me again. Greetings, everyone. This is Takayu. I know you haven't seen me very frequently, but I'm gonna kind of blast you with a series of videos. I had a little boost of energy, so here it is. Thanks to Facebook, actually. Facebook has lots of things, inspiration. Um, Also, check out that movie, The Social Network. It was an excellent movie, how Facebook came about. The Accidental Millionaire, I think, or Accidental Billionaire. It's called The Social Network. But, okay, today I'm going to talk about another metaphysical misconception. And this is number 3. And that misconception is that you have to be initiated in order to elevate to a higher source of consciousness. What do you think about that? I personally feel initiation came about to try the spirit of a person, pretty much. I believe it came about in a very pure, innocent type of way. You know, probably a group of people were together, they had certain knowledge, they wanted to bring someone else in it, they wanted to make sure they wouldn't use it corruptly, so they tried them, initiated them, and also to aid them in getting rid of their hang-ups or baggage, or to allow their spirit to open up to receive higher information. So I feel initiation is good, agreeable in its proper usage. However, is it necessary, and is there only one formal way of being initiated? I don't think so. I think you can be initiated without you even knowing it. You could be initiated simply by being born into a certain bloodline. And I believe that's what happened with me. You know, I was seeking out certain initiations. I mean, even though I was in some order, Egyptian order before, as well as presently, but I've also been initiated by bloodline, I feel. And I honestly feel that only the individual can really know some of these answers. And perhaps a highly elevated sage or shaman, or, you know, in the villages, they had the old crone who, she could just look at you, you know. I'm in my 30s now, and I kind of see that crone in there. I can look at certain little kids, and you can just see, like, oh, this person's going to be that. You can kind of see that. And sometimes you need that person to help you see that in yourself. So that's where crones, traditions, elders will come in. There's a place for everyone. However, the problem comes in when everyone is trying to put a whole group of people in one box. We don't all fit in the same box. Some of us are meant to create new boxes. Some of us are meant to alter things, to bring new things to light. And some are made to hold. Some are here to uplift and carry on the tradition. I think all of it should be respected. So, with that, I'm going to say, what's the pros and cons of being initiated into, you know, without naming names. If you're watching this video, I believe that you know what type of things there's out there to be initiated into, and the high fees that are being charged without really being elevated in any kind of way. The pros would be being initiated into a traditional way of thinking would be community. A lot of people are seeking community. I know it's very lonely, especially being a solo practitioner or someone who's coming into higher knowledge and talking with other people and feeling a sense of togetherness. So the community is a plus. If you find the right community, you know, because it can also be a pretty bad experience as well. 2 would be elder assistance. You have someone who's been there already, who's been through it, who can show you the ropes, who can tell you what's, you know, how to tune in, how to tune out, how to, whatever it is you need to do. That's a plus. And 3 is just a tradition. It's already set up. You don't have to use your energy to try to figure out anything. You can just go by what has already been laid out for you. And there are many people who this works very well for them, which I think is great, because even what we're creating today would someday become a tradition for someone in the future. So those are the pros. Now what are the cons? Well, there's a ceiling, there's a box. There's only a limit that you can go. Once you've learned all of the knowledge, then you become a master of that way of living. And what if you have some new inspiration or some new idea that doesn't fit into the tradition, then you're considered rebellious or unorthodox or free thinker. How dare you use your own brain. But then another con would be the high costs. A lot of these initiations are in the thousands of dollars, preying on these poor people who could barely pay their rent. And just to come home and find out they still can't pay their rent. And 3 would be, there's a stigma. If you join certain groups, there's a stigma of that group. If it's something you really believe in, then go for it. But if something happens in that particular tradition, you're going to be judged by that particular group. They're not going to see you as separate. They're going to see you as, oh, you're one of them. So that's another downside, that you can't control what everyone else is going to do who's claiming the same belief that you're claiming. So those are my pros and cons. In my conclusion, one second. I clearly do not think it's necessary. Simply because, think of it like this. Does the animal kingdom have to get initiated to learn how to hunt? This is a human thing. I don't think it's necessary. I think initiation is like morphic resonance. When you go to another level of vibration, those who are genetically linked to you will automatically evolve to that level of vibration as well. And then you will go to the higher evolutionary thoughts of existence. So that is my stance on it. That no, it's not necessary that you have to get initiated. However, it can be good if you are looking for community, if you're looking for elder assistance, and if you're looking for tradition. Or perhaps sometimes you may just need to go through it for that time. And then once you've learned what you need to learn, perhaps it's time for you to move on. But when that time to move on comes, a lot of people don't want you to move on. The only thing that remains constant is change. So who's to say that that one way of thinking is going to be the only way for you to think from here forever and ever, amen. So with that, what do you think? Is tradition, is initiation, is it necessary in this new age that we're coming into, or in the information age? Is it necessary?